Welcome back to Adri's Farmhouse Kitchen. Today we are sowing seeds. So what I have done, I am actually reusing some of my last year's homemade compost. What I have done, I've just used this sieve to sieve it through. Let me show you if I can find it. I've just literally used this simple sieve to sieve through, and now this is, I am happy to sow the seeds to this. So the seeds we are going to sow today, I've already made the label for these seeds, so you can, if you can just go pack by pack, and I'm gonna just put the seeds out there. So that's spinach. Let's do the spinach, kale, and the Swiss chard first. From the Swiss chard, I've got two different varieties. I've got the peppermint and the sunset, and I've got the two labels here. From the kale, we've got 4 different varieties of kale. We have got garlic kale, ivory, the boar cole, the dinosaur kale, and a cottagers. Okay, let's do this first, and then we're gonna do the lettuces next, friends. And this is the mustard spinach. Right. What I'm going to use for these seeds to get a quicker germination, I already have got a smaller grow light system set up in a conservatory with this ideal temperature. And I'm going to use these heated propagators. I can fit nicely these 12 cell trays in here, 3 of them. And I have got this top as well, the plastic top what goes on the top. So that's heats from the bottom. It's like a heated mat, but it's a tray. And it works really well to get the germination going faster. So what I'm gonna do first we are going to fill all these trays with our lovely compost, friends. And then we're gonna put the labels in, and then we're gonna sow the seeds. Wow, this is my very first trace sowing 2025. These are fairly moist. I have got a little dibber somewhere, let me find it. I'm still looking for loads of things, friends. I just pat it down, nice and neat, not too much force. You just go down maybe ½ inch. Perfect. So if you get all these ready like that, we'll go quick then. Have you been sowing seeds so far? Are you going to sow seeds this year? Let me know in the comment section. I would like to know if you're a gardener, or you're planning to be a gardener, or you experienced gardener. Have you sown any seeds? Are you planning to? Well, I am going to grow a whole year of food this year, friends. So if you're interested, you are welcome to stick around and let's do this together. I am making a brand new garden this year as we moved house, if you knew. So we are just getting ready the raised beds, the polytunnel we've ordered, and yeah, we're ready to go. Okay, let's see how many we need. I do. I think we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 trays for now. I have got 4 of these heated propagators, and that's enough for me because that's gonna be ongoing. All these seeds we are sowing today, their germination is pretty fast, so I thought if we get going this first, then when we do the peppers, chilies and tomatoes, the peppers and chilies will sometimes take time, but you know, and as soon as they germinate, then we can just do some other things. Also, not all needs heated propagators, so the ones we don't need, we can just sow the seeds and leave it in here on trays, or just on a windowsill. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. Okay, so what I like to do first, after I've filled these trays with compost, I haven't used vermiculite in this, I just remembered the vermiculite, so let me forget when we do the rest, because I've got it right here. Okay, now I'm just gonna let's do the kale first. So let's put the signs in first, and then we're going to put the appropriate seeds to appropriate trays. So let's start with the bulbcone kale. I like to have scissors on hand and a little bin, just makes our job neater. That's what I like. So let's see what's in here. So what we're gonna do, all the seeds we are sowing today, they are very, very tiny seeds, so we don't need to bury them deep, to be honest. So we're just literally gonna put few seeds. I'm aiming for 3, but sometimes just more drops. But we really don't want more than 3 in one tray, otherwise we just have to separate a lot. And that's a time-consuming job. Okay, what I can do now, just put some vermiculite on the top. We don't need to put too much, just about to want to bury those seeds. Perfect, that's it. Push it down. I like checking, make sure we haven't got seeds, because sometimes the seed just stucks in there. You don't want to lose those seeds. And just like that, we've just sown the first tray of kale. That can go in here. And do the next one. So the one what we've used, that can go back in a minute. Put it here for now. Next one is the garlic kale. I haven't sown that before, garlic kale. That's new to me. of my seeds this year came from She Grows Veg. I've used that last year as well. So we're gonna do exactly the same. We're aiming about those 3 seeds per module tray, per cell, sorry. And I like to sow the seeds to all cell first and then cover it up. That's it. What I have learned over the years that you don't need to sow the whole packet. Well, it all depends on size of the family. Well, for us, this is more than enough, friends. Vermiculite on the top, and then we're going to water this after we finished sowing all the seeds. Give them a good soak, and I can go on a nice and warm tray. Soon it germinates. Turn the heat off, Ivory. Take the lid off, and then what they need after light, and then water in. You don't want it too wet, but you don't want it too dry neither. And these are cold loving plants, so as soon as the weather lets us, probably in March, and as soon our raised beds ready and the polytunnel, we can then plant them out to the raised beds. Hopefully, if everything goes well for us, that's gonna be about end of March. I'm aiming for end of March, beginning of April time. And the last kale is the Cottagers. I also know this as red Russian kale. It's all very similar to that red Russian kale, this variety. But I'm gonna write down all the varieties below the vlog. So if you wanna check it out, if you wanna grow any of these, you'll have a list of all the varieties, and you can try yourself and let me know if you like them. Okay, just like all the kale seeds are sown, I'm going to do the mustard spinach next, and then we can start sowing the lettuces. I've ordered most of my seeds fresh, end of last year. Okay, so all this kale is done, and the spinach is in here as well. So, we're gonna do the Swiss chard next. I nearly forgot the Swiss chard. I like to be organized like that. I'm probably gonna water this in a house. I take this in first under the grow light. Well, they don't need a grow light actually right now, but I'm gonna take it just ready. I'm only gonna turn the grow light on when they germinated, after they germinated. Okay, Sunset. Sunset Swiss chard is the one that's got a yellow stem. Swiss chard is very hardy. That bean likes cold, don't mind touch of frost neither. Okay, these are bigger seeds, so it's easier. Again, I'm aiming about 3-4 per module or cell. That's perfect. You can put a little bit more vermiculite to this because they are larger seeds, so make sure you cover this up. Oops. Tamp it down. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna do the peppermint chard next. I'm also using the soil blocker as well, so we're gonna experiment with a soil blocker as well this year. I've already sown the peas and the broad beans. They're not up yet because they were out here in the cold. I'll let you know soon they are. Today is actually Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to you guys. And I've sown those seeds the 8th of February, and they're still not up yet, but it is very cold, so it's alright. Okay, perfect. The next one I'm going to do the lettuces. We're going to do so many different varieties of lettuces this year. We've got 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different varieties of lettuces. Some of them I've got 2 packets of the same. And I've got all the labels ready here. So first of all, what we're gonna do, so we need 6 trays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 left of the heated propagator. So we use those up first. I can put some vermiculite in here for now. Mix it with the compost. Retain moisture, that's good. That's why I like using it. It makes the compost be more airy, not that compact. So let's fill it up. Such a staple food and so healthy and so good for us. I absolutely love lettuces and any kind of like greens. That's gonna be another group. We're gonna do all the other greens and the brassica as well, friends. I've got another tray ready, so we're good for now. I think for today what I would like to sow, and then I'm just gonna get some more ready for the next time we grow room again. I've also got these tiny little trays. To use up. Let's see if we can fit that here. Actually, we don't need more than this space.
what I have decided to do next, because yesterday I realized I couldn't find the signs for my plants for sowing seeds, and so this morning I've just grabbed all the old ones, and what I'm doing, I'm selecting them, so the ones was clean go in one pot. One what I've used last year and is still very much so visible, what I can reuse. We're gonna reuse these. And I've got some what I'm not sure if I'm gonna sow these seeds. I gotta go and check on my seed packet. These are most of the peppers, and I can't remember the varieties now we're gonna do this year, so I'll just quickly check that through. And these are the ones what I'm definitely not gonna do over here, so I'm gonna scrub that as much as I can, scrub the signs off so we can reuse the labels, so we don't need to buy every year new labels. I mean, I am using these labels now for years. Sometimes they snap, but even if it's a 10% snaps, we still got the 90% to reuse every year. Okay, I have filled most of the trays I have. I run out of the heated propagator, but what I have found, I've got some of these little mini propagators. They are not heated, but they've got this cute little lid. And I've also have these little trays, but they fit perfectly in there. And even with the labels on, you can put this lid on and they're super cute. I think they're gonna do the job for us. And they're gonna be in a house as well. This greenhouse is not heated. I have got a greenhouse heater and I've got electricity here, I can plug it in. But at the moment, it's not heated. Right, let's do the lettuces. So first we're gonna do the Copacabana baby leaf. Right, here it is. Lettuce seeds are very small as well, and I'm aiming again up to 3 seeds per tray. It's hardly any in this pack, and they are quite dear seeds. They better do be good. Vermiculite, literally just a dusting. Next one. Bronze Beauty, the next. I'm so excited sowing all these seeds. Finally it's happening. It's a dark seeds, the previous was light. Okay, so we go with just a couple of seeds. And I'm gonna have to find my sprayer, water sprayer. Don't know where it is. Can't see it anywhere. To spray these, so make sure it's very important now to not to dry out for germination. Outrageous next. This must be the coolest lettuce I've ever grown. The goodest last year, I love it. I've got 2 packets. It's just started raining, but it's so cold out there, so I'm not surprised if we're gonna have some snow. Next, speckled trout. Speckled trout next. That is quite funny. What is your favourite, that's a light seed as well, lettuce variety to grow if you got one? Cupid on. And it goes on a tray, so I can easily transfer it to the house. Okay, the baby leaf next. And then we just got one more left and all the lettuces sown. Okay. I can't pronounce this. Sowing. Can't pronounce this. I'll be down below. Okay. Very good. I'm gonna put everything down in the diary, so I've got like gardening journal going on. All done. I'm gonna take all these seeds back with me. Next one, onions. So the onions, what we're gonna do are, I've got Galactcus, big yellow onion. We're also gonna do onion and garlic sets and shallots as well. Perennial red bunching onion, Italian flat, and long red of Florence. So we're gonna do these onions. I think I'm gonna take a picture now. Oh, it's nicely displayed. Then we're gonna have a leek. And we're gonna have spinach and celery as well. I like to take pictures so I know what I've sown when, and I want to look back. It's gonna be on my phone the date. We can put actually two different varieties in here because I don't need, because probably we're gonna actually put this on. So that's the plan. Next one is the Galactcus, the big yellow one. So don't mind putting more. Let's see how we go with all these friends. Cover this back up. Not too much. Perfect. Okay, these 1, 2, 3, it's full. I'm just gonna do these two now. And we're done. Long red of Florence. This one. And it's such a nice feeling, and I'm gonna see those grow light system with some trays on it, actually something planted in there as well. Long red. I really like onion. For quite a few years now, I managed to grow enough onions for the whole year. I cannot even remember when the last time I bought onions from the shop.
few years ago. Just such a nice way of living. You can just be self-sufficient like that, friends. I love it. Perennial red bunching is this one. And just like that, all our onions sown. And then we've got the Red Baron set. Soon my raised bed's ready. And the stir on. We're gonna go out and some garlic and plant them directly in soil in the raised beds in a garden. But I bet a couple of weeks until it's done. It's still February, so we're alright. Next we're gonna do the Leek-Blue de Solaise. So I don't know how to pronounce it, will be down below. Leek's got a very long growing season actually. You can only harvest this if you sow this now in February at autumn time. And it's a nice, you know, when I run out of onion or low on onion, it's just nice to have. Okay, next we can do the celery. Celery needs light to germinate, so make sure we remember not to cover this back up. Celery has got tiniest seeds, friends. Absolutely teeny tiny. So we just literally gonna put this like that. And I'm not gonna cover this back up. Just leave it as it is. Just like that. Perfect. Where is the sign? I'm glad I remembered that. We need the sign so we know what it is. Utah. Cool. Next, Spinach-Amador F1. That's parsley. That's the one. We are nearly finished. We only need to do the sorrel and some wholesale seed parsley, friends, and that's it. And I'm gonna take all this in to the house and we've finished. Just give it good water. Spinach's got a nice big seed. Try to aim for 3. Well, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Just sowing all these lovely seeds. And the next quite a few vlog, it's probably going to be about sowing more seeds. So we're gonna sow lots of flowers, the brassicas, peppers, chilies, some tomatoes. But for now, bye friends.